The luxury and welfare in the West make us numb. We repress the idea of enmity and consider a Western way of thinking supreme. We think from our own wealth and do not want to know that on the other side of the world, an entire population lives in poverty. Poverty has no cultural background. Like uncertainty and fear, it is a result of exploitation. Every people has its pride and habits. The inferiority complex projected by the West on the outside world is only to be found in the manner of exploitation. Exploitation is a political difference that is considered a cultural difference. To consider a certain population as inferior has a lot to do with the ruthless selfishness by our neoliberal world. Modern-day globalism causes new problems. The people being left behind are beyond counting. The bygone tradition, the uprooting and the nihilism of capitalism with its means of consumption are a feeding ground for a new and perverted religion. This new form of fundamentalism turns towards totalitarian thinking. Everyone must fall in line with this pattern. If not, the rich Western countries will ensure the return of peace and quiet outside the borders, according to their pattern of democracy. All rights go to the Westerner. The universal way of thinking in Western Europe and the United States is one of protecting one's own interests. The conclusion can only be that the program of human rights has been invented by Westerners. A new form of racism can be found in the developed West. Today's racism is no longer the superiority of the West or the protection of our cultural identity. There is now a difference between the happy few, who partake in the economic wealth, and those who are excluded from it. The true solution is not the multiculturalism within the safe borders of the West. We must tear down the socio-economic wall. The unsafe society, from which people desperately try to escape, must be changed. Safety must be assured, so as to reduce fear. Only then can we speak of correct globalism. The productive diversity of the peoples must be maintained. That diversity is the wealth of humanity. In an abstract way, the uniform world state is a good solution. In a centralist global state, all creativity and fantasy would be taken away from man. This idealism, a global state where all characteristics of humanity are taken away, is a system created by a select few who do not wish to understand the diversity of human wealth. Everyone has the right to develop their identity, their humanity. This diversity and difference are part of the wealth of what is human. This humanity can be discovered within oneself and respected by all.